Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday on this Tarkov day. We get some news from BSG, a tweet from them talking about it's a UN letter. They're not talking about it. They sent a UN letter out that has some information on it. Let's read it real quick. So what it basically says, it's United Nations UNTAR, to all undercover and or operative UNTAR staff. Our source working undercover have warned us about an ongoing massive purge within the local bandit ranks. Gang members falling under redacted displeasure have been executed without charge on trial. It is said that only those who have earned at least some reputation are allowed to participate in the purge. We advise to proceed with your missions with extreme caution until the situation is resolved. All right, so what came along with this was two things. One, we got a task from Fence called Action Test. He says, these times, it's important to appreciate the right people. I told my men to purge their ranks. The trustworthy ones have to stick together and help each other out. But if there's even a slight suspicion that someone's a rat, ooh, they use the dirty word, a rat, you get them smoked on the spot. While there's all this commotion going on around, it's the perfect time to show your loyalty. Clear the areas from stray servicemen and tourists, but don't touch my people. You do that and we'll keep working together. So it's kill 3 PMCs in a single raid, plus 1 fence rep. You cannot kill a scav when you're doing this. So if you kill a scav, you have to reset it, restart it. You know, it kind of works like the guide or some of the other tasks where you have to just go back into the task screen, restart it, and then you can try it again. On top of this, we got a tweet from Logical Solutions talking about changes to the Scav Karma system. And what it is if you're hostile to scavs or not. If you have less than -1 karma, so -1.0 or lower, I think it goes all the way down to -7, all scavs will be hostile towards you. And if you have 0 to 6+ karma, which is, you know, it goes to infinity basically, all AI scavs will support you if you're getting attacked. So instead of just kind of ignoring you or whatever, if you're +6 and somebody else starts attacking you, the other scavs are going to come help. So this is a really big deal. We'll see if it's only for the weekend. You know, it's going live this morning, Friday. We'll see how long it lasts. Most of the time, these events last 1 to 3, maybe 4 days. Assuming it's an event, this might be a permanent change. We don't know. Just if you are a naughty scav this weekend, you're in for a different bit of gameplay because it's gonna be hide and seek or hunt and hide or however you want to do it. It's gonna be a rough day as a scav, and you might not want to play because your karma is just gonna keep getting worse and worse because you're gonna be fending yourself off from scavs as they mow you down and hunt you down. With that out of the way, let's just do a real quick recap of the crafting for today for the weekend. I would expect to see some changes on this, so check back tomorrow morning. I'll update anything that swings because of the weekend being around. But as of right now, your top crafts across the board on averages, you can do better than these, are green gunpowders, lucky scav junk boxes, your pile of meds, intelligence, and cigarettes lose you the least amount of money in the nutrition unit. Those are your top crafts right now. In a little bit more detail on the workbench, here's your top 5 or 6 crafts. You got gunpowder, wires, capacitors, magnets, and PBM, and your VOG 25. Stay away from that PBM 20 craft. That's my craft. Don't do that. Don't ruin that for me. I'm the only one allowed to ruin crafts around here. I'm just kidding. Wires, again, if you're going after wires, this one's going to come down over the weekend. I'm pretty sure this one usually gets cheaper over the weekend. Capacitors are important to sell at the end of the day, US time. So in the evening, you know, 10, 11 p.m. Eastern time, a lot of people start crafting their defibrillators at night and they're buying these up, and that's when you tend to see the prices go up. And hard drives, try to snipe your hard drives cheap. They've gotten really expensive the last couple of days. As you can see here, they've been pushing almost as much as magnets, but if you get lucky and get one of these dips and get them down to that 10, 11, 12K range, snag them up. Just get them up as much as you can because it is a great price and the craft does you a lot of good. At the laboratory, your single biggest craft right now is the Lucky Scav Junk Box, as well as the most efficient. Over at the laboratory, your single most profitable craft and your best profit per hour right now is Lucky Scav Junk Boxes, but keep in mind it's a long craft. Prices can change from when you start to finish, and it's not the best to level up your hideout skills. I'll do this one at night, but I do the others during the day, and the others that I'm doing right now are slings and the ripstop craft, but I use slickers to get my scav vests for about 7,500 to 8,000 a piece. That basically breaks even, but it helps me level up my crafting skill faster. But you can see in here bleach, fleece, and even the 6SH 1118 raid bags are 1118, 1 to 18. are doing really well as well for now for the laboratory. Over at the med station, we've got pile of meds. These things are king. They're almost always the best craft to make. Your best bet is just try to get your components cheaper and sell your meds higher. Obviously, it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't pay attention to those finer details. SJ6s, I think we'll see these come down over the weekend, but they're still profitable craft right now. For me, whenever I get a NaCl out of raid, non-found in raid, this is what I do with it. It's just the best thing to do with that versus selling to the vendor or crafting anything else right now. For me, I'm cycling between meds and AI2s for the most part, to level up hideout skill, and then crafting to fibs at night. And I'm saving mine. I'm not selling mine. I'm saving mine up for my first thick case barter. Seems to be what I'm going to do. Over at the nutrition unit, it just sucks over here right now. Really, all you can do is try to avoid losing money or use it to craft used up parts or stuff you don't have found in raid. I cycle between cigarettes and slickers because that's what I use the slickers in my barter for my Cordura, even though it's probably cheaper to buy them most of the time. It just keeps the nutrition unit working and loses me the least amount of money. And then I do cigarettes and I get them to like a stack of 20 and I sell them for dollars to kind of turn rubles into dollars and recover a little bit of my cost. But other things that work here is if you have water bottles that are 1 of 60s, drink them down to 1 of 60, you can still use them to craft. There's a couple of crafts in here. Whiskey craft for the thick case barter is also pretty good if you're looking for something to do a little bit longer term. And then the longest craft is technically the hot rods, but be ready to lose some money doing it just because it is what it is. But it will be the longest craft at night you can do. Now, real quick, just want to touch on the barters for a quick second. Run this by everybody. The thick case barter right now, the best one to do that'll get you the most bang for your buck is the Moonshine Vodka Whiskey one. It is better than the other one right now by about 2.2 million or 2.4, 2.6 million, kind of depends on your prices. This one has gotten really expensive because we've seen ibuprofens go through the roof and Ledexes go through the roof, and thick cases haven't quite followed. So what I tell people to do when they get their case from therapist for doing whatever, I can't remember what task it is, the one that gives you a thick case at the end, you get to sell that because it's found in raid. You sell it and then you barter for another one. This doesn't include flea market fees, obviously, but you end up with a thick case and this much more extra money. I'm going to save up components on both ends of this because these will swing back and forth. Crafting the defib saves you a little bit of money. If you find Ledexes and don't get them out of raid, this is what you do with them, is you get another thick case. But these 2 barters are here available for you, as well as others. Same thing works for money cases, for docs cases, for pistol cases, for med cases. Any of these things, I don't know if you can get pistol cases out of raid. I haven't found one in a long time. But med cases, holodinks, yes, I know I said it wrong. Everybody relax. All of those things, you get them out of raid, sell them, and if you wanted them, barter for another one, you end up ahead and you have the case. As usual, big thanks to the Patreons over here. Those guys help support the channel. You can do that over there if you want to. Just another avenue to help keep this content going. Otherwise, I just appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you in Tarkov.